What's up everybody? New year, same project. We are back out here at this awesome house remodel that we've been working on. This week, we're gonna be working on drywall. That way we can start moving ahead with some of the finishing touches like doing the flooring as well as this kitchen remodel. Drywall is super tedious work and takes a lot of attention to detail. So with that being said, I'm gonna be leaving the camera here with Jacob and Caleb, who are really good at doing drywall. I wanna stay out of their way as much as possible, so I'll catch you later.
We have what Jacob has been working on. He's got a lot of stuff taped out. We have the window installed and it's looking pretty good. He's got that all taped up as well, along with the rest of the kitchen area. And our pre-existing wall still needs to be addressed. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to be sanding down the ceiling in here. I've already started in here and got the walls sanded down, but we're going to do every bedroom. So let's get started. There's some minor imperfections that we're going to come through. Take a few minutes per room to do. Come through and take all those out. Very small areas where there's ridges and stuff like that will usually get covered up with the texture. Any larger areas, bigger than maybe your thumbnail or so, probably gonna have to be addressed. Alright, so that's basically it. Down all of our ridges, we still got a good float on there. We're looking nice and smooth. With that being said, going to be moving into the larger room over here. Spots over here, coming across back this way, and then this whole area here I ended up floating out. There was a lot of inconsistencies everywhere. So after that we will be done with this room. Alright, so that's it for this room. So basically what we're doing now is just doing a nice cleanup of all the dust. So we're just going to prime out the areas that I sanded down. This needs to be done so that we know where our areas are at, if there are any more left over. And the bedrooms were textured last Friday, so we're just really trying to catch up with the rest of the house to that point. Yesterday, after sanding all this down, I ended up getting this all skimmed out, so that's on to the next step. So we're going to bring everything else to that stage. We ran out of battery and we are charging the batteries down there, so it's kind of a pain in the butt getting the battery right now. So we just went ahead and did the mud work that we started out with recording. All of this area skimmed out, the whole kitchen area skimmed out. All the walls are skimmed out in the living area. All these walls are skimmed out. As you can see, the ceilings are completely done. We're gonna let this dry. We'll come back through, sand it all down, and then we'll be ready for our primer paint to prep these for texture. We're gonna cut out for the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Jacob's still working over here. He's got a lot of tape done this morning, and I'm moving along here with sanding. So when you go to do your sanding, if you have any large ridges or clumps or stuff, you can use a flat blade. I just used an old retired one to knock down the ridges and stuff so that you're not sanding the rest of the area too far. Alright, so that pretty much does it for sanding down. We have already got everything masked off and stuff. We're going to be leaving this masking on so that we can spray the paint, do all the texture and everything else. Got a coat of primer on here. So tomorrow we're going to come in, we're going to skim it all out and get it ready for some texture. Stone cold starter. She was a winner, started working at the time. Surface of her mind. You can see what we're looking at here, just all these imperfections where we have built up and everything, so we just gotta continue floating out. And we're gonna come back through and sand everything down, make it look smoother. We're not gonna have any shadowing or anything in our drywall. I know you never forgive enough unless it's real. A slippery slope, it's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, stone cold starter. She was a winner, started working at the time. Surface of her mind. Well, the day is down to an end. We have the rest of this area all skimmed out. We're going to turn some heaters on, dry it all up, come back tomorrow. Let me touch this stuff with some sandpaper, some blocks, get it knocked down just slightly. Go back over it, do some primer paint on our problem areas and everything, and then it'll be ready for texture.
Well folks, all the drywall work and texturing is now done. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture any of the texturing getting done because it's a super messy process. As you can see, there's splatters all over the floor from the texture. But this place looks amazing. I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but these walls have a beautiful texture on it now. It's very even, it looks great. I know that Jacob and Kayla spent a lot of time trying to make sure that these walls turned out perfect. It can take a lot of time to do drywall work on a remodel because we end up having to address a lot of spots and imperfections on the old wall, and we need to make it flow with the new drywall that we end up hanging. With the drywall work now done, we can move on to the next part of this project, which is painting the walls, starting the flooring, as well as the kitchen remodel. And with that, we are all wrapped up with this week's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.